Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic of class 10th, that is quadratic equation. So before starting, I want to give you some brief and then we will continue the topic. So student, the moment you see a quadratic equation in your exam, your face look like you have seen a ghost. Relax, it's not a villain, it actually your friend, because it gives you two answers for free. Suppose I am giving you one example. You throw a cricket ball, okay, in the sky. Think about throwing a cricket ball in the air. The path it makes is curve. Okay, so the curve is nothing but a quadratic equation. See, math is hiding in your cricket game. So let's move on the next thing that we are going to discuss here. Basically, what is definition of quadratic equation? So the basic standard form of quadratic equation is that ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this is a basic quadratic equation. Here maximum power is 2, so degree will also be 2. So if degree is 2, then it is a quadratic equation. You already learned this topic in class 11th. Sorry, I'm really sorry, in the previous chapters. So what is quadratic polynomial? So it is like next part of quadratic. A polynomial is quadratic equation. So how many roots are there? How many zeros or roots? Zeros slash roots. So it will be 2, because zeros or roots are equal to the degree of the quadratic equation. So here a cannot be 0. This is the condition for the quadratic equation. A can't be 0, and a, b, c are real numbers. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. So this is the standard form of quadratic equation. This is the standard form. What is this? Is a standard form. So why this is quadratic? Because it has maximum power 2. If a quadratic equation has degree 2, then it is called or known as quadratic equation. Okay, so if you draw the graph of this equation like this, see here, it will we get shaped like a parabola. This is upward parabola and this is downward parabola. Okay, here this condition if a is greater than 0, then upward parabola like this. If a is less than 0, then downward parabola like this. So this condition we should know. This is the graph of the quadratic equation. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. So as we know, there is 2 roots or 2 zeros of a quadratic equation. So how to find these roots? So we are going to learn in this chapter how to find the roots and zeros of this quadratic equation. So how are we going to solve it? Let's learn here. Okay, so let's move on. Method of solving quadratic equation. So we have two methods. First is factorization. We can solve it by splitting the middle term. That we already learned these topics, how to split middle terms in previous classes. But still, I will give you an example. For example, x square minus for example 2x plus 1. So can we find the root or zeros of the solution of this quadratic equation by middle term? Yes. First we need to multiply these two things. So this will become 1 multiply 1. So multiply is 1, and we need to break these two so that we get in the multiplication 1. So we can break it like this: minus 1x plus 1. Now we will make the pairing. So x, we take the common x from here, then again minus 1 common, we take the common from here. So this will become x minus 1, x minus 1. So from equating x minus 1 equal to 0, here again x minus 1 equal to 0, we get the roots or zeros of the quadratic equation. So 1 and they are same zeros. So this is the zeros or root of this quadratic equation. So we can solve it by using the factorization method that we have learned in our previous classes. So now move on the next topic, that is quadratic formula, the second way to find the roots of a quadratic polynomial. So here we're going to learn something new, that is we have as we know, we have ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is a standard form of a quadratic equation. So what we are going to do, we are going to find the roots of this quadratic equation by using quadratic formula. So we have the formula. Just write the value of a equal to whatever a, b, c here. On comparing, you get first of thing, the formula is x equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is the formula of quadratic. This is the quadratic formula to find the roots of quadratic equation. So let me give you one example, then through which you will understand in better way. We just take 1x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So here if we compare this, so ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we get here a equal to 1, b equal to minus 2 and c equal to 1. Now put in the formula this abc value. X equal to what is b here? This is minus 2 to negative 2 plus minus under root b square, square of negative 2 ka whole square, minus 4ac, 4 into a is 1 and c is also 1 here. A is 1 and c is 1. Put here like next, put the value of 2a here, 2 into a is 1. So we get here 2 plus minus, this will become 4 minus 4 upon 2. So this will become the next part, 2 plus minus, this will become 0 upon 2. So we get here 2 upon 2 equal to 1. So roots are 1. So we can find the roots either by using the method of factorization or the method of by using the quadratic formula. We also call this formula as Sridhar formula. Both are same, but we get the answer from both method. We get the same answer, but the method is different. Okay, so we are going to discuss one more thing, the nature of roots, that is called discriminant method. So ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, this is a quadratic equation we have. So we find d is discriminant, short form. This is b square minus 4ac. We already learned this formula. So if d 3, here we have three things. If d is greater than 0, then what is the nature of roots? Nature of roots will be real and distinct. What do you mean by distinct? Means different, two different roots. Okay, if d equal to 0, real and equal roots. Real and nature of root will be real and equal. And last, if d is less than 0, no real root. No real root. So these things, by using these three, we can get the what do we say, nature of the roots. We can find the nature of roots. So this is the basic of the quadratic equation. I hope you like the concept. For more video, for more concept, you can subscribe my channel. And if you want the like important questions of this chapter or any other chapter, comment in the comment box. I will send you. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe and share. Bye bye.